Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
One morning, Tennessee, ever on the alert to better himself, was glancing through the morning paper when...
Here it is, Chumley. The chance of a lifetime. Listen. Plumbing business for sale, cheap. This is our chance to go into business for ourselves and be independent.
But gee, Tennessee, we don't know anything about plumbing.
Nonsense, Chumley. There's nothing to it. Let's go.
Meanwhile, far across the city, Rocky Maninoff, the big bank robber, was outlining a new robbery.
And that's the plan, see? We knock off the bank and then beat it back here and hide out for 2 weeks until the heat's off.
Yeah, that's fine, but if I have to stay cooped up in this place for 2 weeks with that dripping faucet, I'll go nuts.
We'll turn it off.
I tried. It won't turn.
Here, let me try it. Now it's beginning to get me. Plumber. That's what we need. Go get me a plumber.
Where?
Anywhere. Just grab the first kook you come to.
There you are, my friend. There's the money.
And here's the business. You've got everything you need to be good plumbers. Good luck.
We got everything we need, all right, except customers.
Don't worry, Chumley. There'll be one along any minute.
Hey, you guys plumbers.
We certainly are. What can we do for you?
Come with me.
My name's Rocky Maninoff, see? And this is my drippy faucet, see? Now, I want you should fix it before 3 o'clock, or I'll play you two goofs a tune on my violin. You get it?
Sure, Mr. Maninoff. We can fix it. Don't worry about a thing. We can take care of it.
You's better.
All right, Chumley. Take a look at that faucet and see what's inside.
Okay, Tennessee. Can't feel a thing.
Here, let me at that thing. Just take it off so we can work on it. Turn it off! Turn it off!
Stop now, Tennessee.
Well, get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Okay, Tennessee.
You dim-witted walrus! Get me out of here!
Okay, Tennessee, hang on.
Hang on? Hang on? What else can I do?
Here I come. Gee, Tennessee, you broke the pipe.
I know that. Now get down here and see if you can find a place to turn the water off.
Gee, Tennessee.
Hurry, I can't hold this all night.
Here's a handle that might do it.
Well, turn it. Turn it the other way. Off.
Gee, Tennessee, I think it's time we went to see the man with all the answers.
You're right, Chumley. Let's go see Mr. Whoopi. And so we have to get that faucet fixed.
Oh, well, now let's see if we can't get you out of hot water. Get it? Yes. First, let's understand how a faucet works. A faucet is really a valve to control the flow of water. It has 4 main parts: the handle, the stem, the washer, and the seat. See how the water flows along the pipe, through the faucet, and out. Now, If we want to stop the water, we turn the handle, which turns the stem, which forces the washer into the seat, and now the water can't get through.
But why does Mr. Maninoff's go drip, drip, drip?
Because the washer is probably worn out around the edge and lets just a little bit of the water through.
I see. Then if it's worn out, all we have to do is throw away the faucet and get a new one.
No, my boy. All you have to do is replace the washer. Here, let me show you. First, take off the handle, then remove the stem. Now, on the bottom of the stem, you'll find the washer, which is fastened on by a screw. Take it out, put in a new washer, and your faucet will be as good as new.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Come on, Chumley. Oh, yes. Yes. How do you fix a broken pipe?
Glue?
Oh, no, my boy. Plumbers fasten pipes together with special fittings like these. The straight ones are called sleeves. The bent ones are called elbows. These are called Y's, and these are called T's. They screw on to the ends of the pipe, and by using them in combination, you can make the pipe go in any direction you want it to.
Good. We have all kinds of pipe and fittings back at the shop. Thanks, Mr. Whoopi. Come on, Chumley. Now let's get to work. I'll put the sleeve on the broken piece of pipe. Now hand me that length of pipe. There we are. Now for the faucet.
But gee, Tennessee, the faucet is going to be way up in the air.
I know. We'll use an elbow and another piece of pipe. So. There now.
Gee, Tennessee, now the faucet is going to be way over there.
All it takes is another fitting and a little more pipe.
Meanwhile, Rocky Maninoff was also at work.
Head for the hideout!
Hope they fixed that faucet.
They better have.
What did I tell you, Chumley? Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. The faucet is right back where it should be.
Yeah.
Now turn on the main valve.
It's leaking.
From every joint. Turn it off.
I can't see anything.
Then swim for it. It's getting deep.
Swim where?
Over the door.
Get out of the way!
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Maninoff.
Wait, nothing. We're going in.
I wouldn't...
Out of my way!
Tennessee, it's a good job you did catching Rocky Maninoff, the big bank robber.
Yes, but I think we're all washed out as plumbers.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
No, he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That Tennessee Tuxedo and his
The newest addition to the Megapolis Zoo was an exciting dinosaur exhibit. And to Stanley Livingston, keeper of the zoo, the dinosaur exhibit was like his own personal possession.
Now remember, Tennessee, I have to be gone all afternoon. And if anything happens to the dinosaur, I'll hold you and Chumley responsible.
What's there to worry about, Stanley? What could possibly happen?
Something always happens when you're around, but not this time. If this dinosaur exhibit isn't exactly the same when I get back, you and Chumley will be scrubbing pots and pans for a year.
Ridiculous, eh, Chumley? It's a shame the way Stanley gets those silly ideas into his head.
Yeah, who would want to steal any old dinosaur bones?
Exactly. Who would want old bones? Stanley has nothing to worry about.
It's lucky for us nobody does like old bones. Because if they stole one, we'd be washing pots and pans for a year.
Isn't that a laugh? As if anyone. Help! It's happened! One of the bones is missing.
Oh, no!
Well, don't just stand there. Look for it.
And while our friends were busily searching for the missing dinosaur bone, Howler was busy hiding it.
No use, Chumley. Our best chance is to wait here in case the thief comes back.
Gee, Tennessee, that's a good idea.
You guard the back door and I'll guard the front. We'll use these for weapons. And if we hear anyone moving around...
Remo.
A noise. That must be the thief.
I think I heard something. Maybe the robber. Gotcha!
You dim-witted walrus. Why don't you look who you're hitting? Oh, no. They're all gone. Every dinosaur bone. Chumley, this is the end.
Gee, Tennessee, who would want to take the bones, huh?
I don't know, Chumley. There's no one around here who... Look! That sign. No bones buried here. Signed, Howler. Come on, Chumley. Howler? All right, Howler. Start digging. We want those bones. I'm warning you, Howler. Either give back those bones or you're out of the zoo. Well, what's your choice? Leave the zoo? Or give back the bones?
But gee, Tennessee, even when we get the bones back, we don't know how to put them together.
You're right, Chumley. While Howler is putting back the bones, we better go see Mr. Whoopi.
Oh, you're interested in dinosaurs, eh? Well, now, that's a very big subject.
You can say that again.
Well, yes, of course, no one has actually ever seen a dinosaur. They disappeared about 60 million years ago, long before there were people on Earth.
Then how do we know there were any dinosaurs, Mr. Whoopi?
We know, Chumley, because of the scientists who search for ancient footprints and who dig for bones. Through their work, we have learned that there were more than 5,000 kinds of dinosaurs.
Zowie!
Oh, some were small, some were medium-sized, and some were giants. And the largest were larger than any other animals that ever lived on land.
Gee, Mr. Whoopi, they look ferocious.
Well, actually, some were very gentle beasts. The Brontosaurus and Diplodocus, for example, were gentle as cows. They ate nothing but plants. But some of the dinosaurs were ferocious flesh eaters. Probably the most terrible of all was the Tyrannosaurus. It was 18 to 20 feet tall and had teeth several inches long. It walked on its hind legs and used its sharp claws on its front feet to help kill other animals.
That's not like the one at the zoo. He looked more like that Bronto whatchamacallit.
Oh, the Brontosaurus. Its name means thunder lizard, for it was so big that when it walked, it made a noise like thunder. Stretching out from the huge body was a long neck and a long tail, making the Brontosaurus about 70 feet long and weighing 35 tons.
Zowie! That's more than Chumley weighs.
Oh, yes, many, many times more. But, of course, the Brontosaurus, like all the dinosaurs, was very stupid. Though it weighed 35 tons, its brain weighed less than a pound.
I'm sure that Brontosaurus is the one in the zoo, Mr. Whoopi. Do you have a picture of it we could borrow?
Of course, my boy, right here in my encyclopedia.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. All right, Chumley, take a good look at this picture, and then let's go to work. Stanley Livingston will be back any minute, so we've got to hurry.
Okay, Tennessee, I'm ready.
Let's go. Well, there it is, Chumley. Let's just check it against the picture.
Gee, Tennessee, something looks wrong.
Yes, it does. I've got it. We've put the tail where the head ought to be.
And the head where the tail would it be?
Right. And we've only got 1 minute before Stanley is due back. Hurry. Finished. A perfect job.
And just in time, too.
Well, I see you boys managed to keep everything in order. Yet it's lucky for you.
I told you, Stanley. There was nothing to worry about.
Yeah, not a thing to worry about.
I knew it. Oh, you'll both pay for this.
Well, Chumley, I guess we'd better bone up on our running. Old Fossilhead is on the warpath again. Come on.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
Tennessee, guess what? I got a telegram. A real telegram.
Gee, Yak, what does it say?
I don't know. I haven't opened it.
Well, open it. Don't just stand there. Maybe you've won a big prize, or you're going to have a visitor, or you've become an uncle, or...
Oh, my, Tennessee, I've inherited an airplane. What do you think of that? A real airplane.
Let me see that. You're right. You now own an aeroplane, and it happens to be ready for you right now here at the Megapolis Airport.
But what'll I do with it, Tennessee? I don't know how to fly an airplane. What'll I do with it? Huh, Tennessee? What'll I do?
I'll tell you what we'll do with it. We'll go into the airplane business. We'll start an airline. Fly people all over. We'll make a fortune.
But Tennessee...
No buts, Yak. Leave it to me. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Come on, men. There we are. How does that look? Smiling Yak Sky Service. We fly anybody, anywhere. Tennessee Tuxedo, manager. And for pilot, let's see. What about you, Yak? Well, how about you, Chumley? Well, there's nothing to it. Of course, that's it. I'll be pilot.
But gee, Tennessee, you don't know how to fly a plane.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all set and ready to go. Leave it to me. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
You sure, Tennessee? You sure you can fly? Can you really get it off the ground? Can you, huh? Can you? Up in the air? Really can?
Just stop talking and get in. Let's see now. The aileron lever, the manifold widget, the gas accelerator, the chronometer speedometer. Aha! Here it is. The starter. See? It says start. Now I'll just push it and... off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Oh my goodness. Turn it.
I can't. I don't know where the turner is.
It's turning itself.
That's all. That's it. Never again. Never. No.
Don't be ridiculous. There's not a scratch. In fact, any pilot looking at this plane right now would tell you we've made a perfect landing. I think I pulled the flaps when I should have turned the rudder. Or maybe I stepped on the gas when I should have adjusted the altitude. No? Of course. We've just had a little trouble with the thingamabob on the what's-it. Where's Chumley?
Where am I? We stopped? Am I finished?
Yes, we've stopped. And no, you're not finished. Now get down here and...
Hey, you. Who's in charge here?
I am. Just like the sign says. Smiling Yak Sky Service. We fly anybody, anywhere. Tennessee Tuxedo, manager, and pilot. Now, what can I do for you, sir?
My name's Rocky Maninoff, see? And it says on the sign you'll fly anybody anywhere. Well, I want you to fly me somewhere.
Well, we can't right now. You see, we're adjusting the thingamabob. Our plane's wacket needs lubricating, and the widget has to be tightened.
Oh, no. We can't fly now. It's out of the question. We can't fly now. Oh, my, no.
The sign says you can, see? And I says you can. I got a little bank business to attend to, and when I come back, I'll be in kind of a hurry. I want this plane ready to take off.
But, Mr. Maninoff...
No buts. I'll be back at 3 o'clock, and if that plane ain't ready, I'll play all you goofs a little tune on my violin.
Sure. Sure, Mr. Maninoff. Sure.
Gee, Tennessee, what do we do now?
Don't worry, Chumley. Tennessee Tuxedo does not fail. We'll go see Mr. Whoopi. And so you see, Mr. Whoopi, we have to learn how a plane flies.
Well, then, let's take off. Yes, get it? Take off. I think the three-dimensional blackboard will help us. Here is the shape of an airplane wing. See how the top surface is curved and the bottom surface flat? That's what gives the plane lift and gets it into the air.
You mean because one's flat and the other is curved?
Precisely, my boy. It's a scientific fact that the faster air travels, the less pressure it has. Now, when the plane is standing still, the pressure is the same on all sides. But as the wing starts to move, the air flows across the wing, and because of the wing shape, the air moves faster across the top.
So there's less pressure on top.
Right, very good.
And there's more pressure on the bottom.
Which pushes the plane up into the air.
Right. But you boys are sharp today.
Yes, but how do you steer it and make it go up and down?
Well, there are three main controls. The ailerons on the wings, the elevators back here on the stabilizers, and the rudder. Up in the cockpit, you'll find a control stick and two pedals. Now, the two pedals control the rudder, which allows you to turn left or right. The stick controls the elevators. When it's pulled back, the plane goes up. And when it's pushed forward, the plane goes down. Moving it from side to side controls the ailerons, which make the plane bank as it turns.
I've got it. Now I can fly. Thanks a million, Mr. Whoopi. Come on, men.
But wait! You must have hours and hours of instruction and practice before you can be a pilot. It takes a long time to learn. Oh, well.
All right, men. We're all set. Here are the rudder pedals for turning, and here's the stick for moving the ailerons and the elevators. We're all set and ready to go.
Gee, Tennessee, it's 5 of 3. I wonder what's keeping Mr. Maninoff.
You'll never get me, copper.
After him, man. He's getting away. Hey, he's turning into the airport.
Okay, you guys, let's go.
Follow that plane.
You want I should follow that?
Listen, you, straighten out and fly right or you're gonna get it.
Sure, Mr. Maninoff, sure.
Look out!
Get it up!
Hey, we're being shot at.
Loser!
Nice work, boys. You helped capture Rocky Maninoff, the big bank robber.
Yes, but for a while, things were really up in the air.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Though he may fail, as he buys more fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That Tennessee Tuxedo and his
Stanley Livingston's newest addition to the Megapolis Zoo was a koala bear from Australia.
Isn't he cute, Flunky? His name is Teddy Bear.
Yeah, he looks like a teddy bear, Mr. Livingston. I bet you he'll bring in lots of new visitors to the zoo.
Exactly. That's why we must keep him in this cage. We can't take the chance of losing him. There now. That's it. He's gone. He was right here, and now he's gone. Hurry, Flunky. We've got to find him.
Pass me another sandwich, Chumley. They're delicious.
Hello, Daddy.
Gee, Tennessee, he's talking to you. He thinks you're his daddy.
That's ridiculous. Why should he think I'm his daddy?
Hello, Daddy. Nice Daddy.
Now cut that out. I'm not your daddy, kid. You understand that? I'm not your daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Will you cut that out and get off of me?
Yeah, I might have known. Whenever there's something missing, you're always involved.
Now, hold on, Stanley. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, likely story. Now, I'm warning you, Tennessee. If I find Teddy Bear missing from his cage again, you're going to be missing from the zoo. I'm shipping you back to the North Pole. Come along, Teddy. I'll put you back in your cage.
Oh, the North Pole. That's all I need. Believe me, Chumley, we're staying far away from that teddy bear's cage.
But things were not to be that simple. That very night, as Tennessee slept, a strange figure approached the cage that held Teddy Bear. And the next morning, when Tennessee awoke...
Well, time to get up. Another day, another dollar.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, hello, Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear? Oh, no. What are you doing here? Grab him, Chumley. We've got to get him back in his cage.
No, Daddy. I want to stay here with you. Want to stay here with you, Daddy?
I'm not your daddy. Get him, Chumley.
I've got him. I've got him.
Hello, Daddy.
Don't bother me now, Teddy Bear. I'm trying to... Teddy Bear! Get off me, Chumley. I've got Teddy Bear. I tell you, someone must have deliberately let Teddy out to get me in trouble.
Gee, Tennessee, who would do that?
I don't know, Chumley, but it won't happen again. This time, I'm putting a padlock on the cage.
But that night, as Tennessee slept, again the mysterious figure approached Teddy Bear's cage.
Well, time to rise and shine.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, hello, Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear? Oh, no. It's here again, Chumley. Get him. I've got him.
Hello, Daddy.
That settles it, Chumley. We've got to find out who keeps breaking Teddy out and bringing him to our quarters. We'll put Teddy back in his cage, and then...
Yes, I think it's time to go see Mr. Whoopi, the man with all the answers.
So you see, Mr. Whoopi, we've got to find out who's bringing Teddy Bear to our quarters, or I'll end up at the North Pole.
Well, now, boys, what you need are the bare facts. Yes, get it? I think we can help you out.
But how, Mr. Whoopi?
Well, whoever let Teddy Bear out of his cage must have left his fingerprints on the lock.
His fingerprints?
Oh, yes, indeed. A fingerprint is the mark made by the ridges on the tips of the fingers. And the important thing is, no two persons in the whole world have fingerprints that are exactly alike.
In the whole world?
That's right, Chumley. Police agencies such as the FBI have millions of different fingerprints on file, each set representing a different person.
How do they keep track of all those prints?
Well, fingerprints can be broken down into 4 types: loops, arches, whorls, and composites, combinations of the other types. With these and other groupings, all the different fingerprints can be filed so that they can easily be matched up.
But matched up with what, Mr. Whoopi?
Well, let's take your case. Someone came to Teddy Bear's cage and opened the door. In doing that, the culprit must have left fingerprints on the lock. If the surface of the lock is white, you sprinkle a little dark powder on it, and that will show you the fingerprints. And if the surface is dark, you sprinkle on a little white powder, and that will make the fingerprint show.
All right. The fingerprints are showing. Then what?
Then you get prints of anyone who might have let Teddy Bear out of the cage. And when you find prints that match the ones on the lock...
That will be the guy we're after. Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest.
And back at the Megapolis Zoo, our heroes were soon hard at work.
I got all the prints you asked me for, Tennessee.
And I got all the others. Let's take a look. Peanuts, Jerboa Jump, Tiger Tornado. Well, they don't look like the prints Mr. Whoopi showed us, but they're all we've got. Now let's take a look at the lock.
Hello, Daddy.
Cut that out. We've got work to do.
Here's the white powder, Tennessee.
Good. I dust it on and look. Look at that big print. It certainly isn't mine, so it must be the one we're after.
Whose does it match, huh, Tennessee? Whose?
Not Jerboa Jumps, not Yaks, not Baldies, not Flunkies, not Tiger Tornadoes, not Howlers.
And so it went, until Tennessee had tried every print he and Chumley had taken.
None of them. The print on the lock doesn't match any of these.
But nobody else could have done it, Tennessee. Absolutely nobody else.
Well, there's one sure way to solve this. I'm not letting Teddy Bear end up in my quarters again. I'm standing guard all night tonight.
And it was a wise move on Tennessee's part. For late that night, just as before, the mysterious figure came again.
He's here. But this time he won't get Teddy Bear. Chumley! Oh, no!
What happened, Tennessee? I must have fallen out of bed.
You were sleepwalking, Chumley. You've been the one who's been bringing Teddy Bear to our quarters.
But why, Tennessee? Why would I do a thing like that?
Come on back to our quarters. I think I know why you've been stealing Teddy Bear every night. That's not it. That's not it. I might have known it was you, Chumley. Especially since you were the only one we didn't fingerprint. Ah, here it is.
My old teddy bear. Gee, Tennessee.
And now that I've given you back your old teddy bear to sleep with, maybe we can get some rest, Chumley. Chumley. Chumley, you're the end.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, though he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
I understand you have a job for me, Stanley. Well, what is it? Want me to redecorate this museum? Pick out new furnishings?
No, of course not. All I want you to do for this museum is clean it up.
Clean it up?
Yeah, exactly. I will be back in 1 hour, and this museum had better be clean.
Ridiculous. Me, Tennessee, reduced to a sweeper. Huh. I wouldn't have been a sweeper in the old days. No siree. A knight. That's what I would have been. A knight in shining armor. A knight. A knight in shining armor. A knight.
And so, to you, my knight, I give a most important job. Fire-eating dragon is terrifying the countryside. Go and slay the dragon, and you will be famous.
Your faithful knight, Tennessee Tuxedo, will not fail. This job should be simple for me, Chumley. All I have to do is go in that cave and slay the dragon.
Well, good luck, Sir Tennessee.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Better give me my number 3 sword.
Here you are, number 3.
And here I go. Giddy up, horse. Here I come, dragon. Forsooth, dragon, prepare yourself. I am going to get you with my number 3 sword. Take this.
No. Gee, Sir Tennessee must really be scaring that dragon. Uh-oh. Gee, Sir Tennessee, what happened?
I broke my sword going in, Chumley. But it won't happen again. Give me my number 2 sword.
Sure thing. I hope your number 2 brings good luck to you.
Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Giddy up, horse. Here I come, dragon. Forsooth, dragon. This time, my sword is not broken.
No. Boy, this time Sir Tennessee must be getting the dragon for sure. You missed again, Sir Tennessee.
It's those swords, Chumley. They just don't seem strong enough.
Well, here's your best. Here's your number 1 sword.
All right, Chumley. This had better be it. Giddy up, horse.
Get ready, dragon. Sir Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
Forsooth, dragon. You won't melt this sword. This is my number 1 sword, and nothing can melt it.
Go. Come on, Sir Tennessee. We're all out of swords, Sir Tennessee. What can we do now?
We're going to get a new sword, Chumley. One that won't break or melt. We're going to see Phineas J. Whoopi, the man with all the answers. So you see, Mr. Whoopi, I've got to have a sword that's really strong.
Well, I won't try to fence with you, my boy. Get it? Yes. I'll get right to the point. The swords you have been using have only been made of iron, isn't that so?
Well, sure, Mr. Whoopi. What should they be made of?
Steel, my boy. Steel is a mixture of iron with other substances which make it stronger than iron. Here, let's take a look at our 3-dimensional blackboard. First, let's look at ordinary iron. Iron comes from iron ore, that is, from rock which has a great deal of iron in it and can be made to give up the iron easily. After the ore is dug out of the ground, it is taken to a furnace to separate the iron from the other elements in the ore.
How can the furnace do that?
Oh, yes. Well, here's an example. Coke is also put into the blast furnace with the iron ore. Now, coke is almost pure carbon. So, as the furnace grows hotter, the carbon of the coke draws out the oxygen of the iron ore. The oxygen joins the carbon to form carbon dioxide, a gas.
Gee, look how that gas goes right up to the top.
That's just the point. That goes to the top and escapes through a pipe while the heavy melted iron drips down to the bottom, separating the iron from the oxygen in the ore. And later, the iron pours into molds where it hardens into iron bars.
That's neat, Mr. Whoopi. But how do you turn the iron into steel?
Well, there are a number of ways, Tennessee, but originally it was done by packing the iron bars along with powdered charcoal in airtight containers. The container was then placed in a brick oven and heated. The intense heat would burn out the impurities still left in the iron and would also cause the carbon in the charcoal to be absorbed by the iron, changing it into steel.
Zowie! And this steel is really strong, huh, Mr. Whoopi?
Ah, yes, my boy. Why, the city of Damascus is famous for its steel swords, which have helped win many, many battles. And I just happen to have a sword of Damascus right here.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Mr. Whoopi is never wrong, Chumley. This sword is sure to do the trick.
That's great, Sir Tennessee. Then you'll be the most famous knight of the day.
And here I go. Giddy up, horse. Now I've got you, dragon. Forsooth, dragon, this time you've really had it. This sword is made of Damascus steel, and you'll never be able to harm it.
Is that so? Well, I never. A sword of Damascus steel. I've never seen one of those. Do you mind?
Oh, of course. Be my guest.
Thank you.
What's so funny? That sword is going to finish you. Give it back. That's my sword. Stop it!
Now get up! Get up, I say!
What happened?
Nothing! That's just the trouble. Nothing happened. You haven't cleaned this museum at all.
Now, hold on, Stanley.
You're on guard. I'm going to sweep up the museum with you. You take this. And this. And this. And this.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tails.
When he needs to know what day this whole world goes, Mr. Answer Man will do all he can to rescue Tennessee. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Though he may fail, as he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Our episode begins in the hideout of public enemy number 1, Rocky Maninoff.
There, it's done. A perfect job. No one will ever know the difference.
What is it?
It's $1 million, that's what it is. This is an engraving of a dollar bill. No more robbing banks for us. From now on, we make our own money. We just put this in the printing press and print all the money we need.
Counterfeiting. Boss, you're a genius. But wait. We got no press.
Don't need one. We'll just take this plate to a printer.
Yeah, but who'd be stupid enough to print phony dollar bills for us? Nobody's that dumb.
There we are. Tennessee Tuxedo Printer. Boy, I got a real bargain when I brought this printing company. Chumley, you can stop holding up the sign now. I mailed it up good and tight.
Okay, Tennessee.
Say, all that machinery. What's it all for? According to the bill of sale, there are presses and folding machines and tying machines. Everything we need to run a printing business. Yeah, everything but customers. That's Chumley's job. He's the sales manager. Go get us some customers, Chumley.
Okay, Tennessee. Here's your first customer.
Good work, Chumley. What can I do for you, my good man?
My name's Rocky Maninoff, see? And I want you should print me up 10,000 of these.
I see. 10,000 pictures of George Washington.
Yeah, my favorite president. Also, I would like yous to use green ink, my favorite color. And I want this job done by 2 o'clock, or I'll play you 3 goofs a tune on my viol.
Sure, Mr. Maninoff. 2 o'clock.
Okay. I'll be back. And get that sign fixed.
All right, men. Let's get to work. Baldy, you take this bottle of green ink and pour it in this press. Chumley, you push the starter button. And I'll put the plate in. Somewhere. Hey! Get me out of here.
Push the button, Chumley.
Which one?
Push them all. Whoa, hey, ho, yee.
Gee, Tennessee, this sure is a funny-looking newspaper. I can't read any of it.
You dim-witted walrus.
Now, cut it out. We've got work to do. Start that press. Not that one.
I think we'd better go see.
Mr. Whoopi, come on. Don't forget to close the door. Mr. Whoopi, we'd like to know a little bit more about printing so that we can get this job done.
Well, I think I can give you a few impressions. Yes, get it? Yes. Well, there are 3 main kinds of printing. Relief printing, planographic printing, and intaglio.
What's the difference?
In relief printing, the letters are raised, and the ink is rolled on the raised surface. Then the paper is pressed on the surface, and whoopee! Printing!
What about planographic?
Here, instead of letters being raised, they're right flat on the surface. They're made with chemicals. When the ink is rolled on, it stays on the chemicals, but does not stick to the rest of the surface. Then, when the plate is rolled on the paper, the ink is transferred, and we have printing.
And intaglio?
In this kind of printing, the letters are cut below the surface of the plate. These cuts and grooves and dots act like little inkwells. They hold the ink until it is transferred to the paper under pressure. So,
that's just the kind of thing Mr. Maninoff gave us. All cuts and grooves.
Then what you have is called an engraving.
What kind of press should we use?
Well, there are 3 main kinds of presses. The platen press uses a flat surface to press the paper against the type, like this. A cylinder press uses a cylinder to roll the paper over the type. And in a rotary press, the type itself is on a cylinder and the paper is rolled between it and another cylinder.
Yes, but which shall we use for this job?
Oh, yes. You said it was a small job and a small engraving. I'd use the small platen press.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Come on, men.
But wait! You haven't told me what kind of a job it is.
10,000 pictures of George Washington.
In green ink.
Washington? Green ink? Counterfeiters! Give me the police!
All right, now. The plate is in the press. The paper is all stacked up. The ink fountain is filled. Start her up. All right, off. Look at that. Perfect.
Gee, Tennessee, it looks awfully familiar.
Of course it does, Chumley. Everyone knows President Washington.
It looks like a dollar bill to me. Counterfeiters.
Right. Now start printing or you'll get this.
Sure, Mr. Malinoff. Sure. There you are, Mr. Malinoff. $10,000,
The money.
Grab it. Money. In here.
into the tying machine.
Good work, Tennessee. You caught Rocky Maninoff, the big counterfeiter. Take him away, boys.
No, Chumley. Baldy, my mind's made up. We're getting out of the printing business.
Why, we sure made a lot of money. Ha, 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 ha.
Very funny. No, it's much too dangerous.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Come on and see, Tennessee Tuxedo. See, Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see, Tennessee Tuxedo. See, Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
Tennessee Tuxedo was on a talent search, trying to find actors for the new play he was putting on.
Thank you. Next? Oh, it's you, Chumley. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do a military tap.
Fine, but my new play hasn't got any tap dancing in it. It's about the Pilgrims. Can't you recite something?
Sure, Tennessee. Let me see. The boy stood on the burning deck. His feet were full of blisters. He tore his pants on a rusty nail. Now he wears his sisters.
Chumley. Well, all right. You can play the part of Captain Miles Standish. Next? Oh, yeah.
Gee, Tennessee, you got a part in the play for me, huh? For me, have you?
That all depends, Jack. What can you do?
Oh, I'm a good juggler. Oh, my, yes, a good juggler. See, I...
But, Yak...
3 eggs, 3, 4 eggs, 5 eggs, 6 eggs. Oh, oops. Scrambled eggs.
Yak, this is the play about the Pilgrims and John Alden and Miles Standish and Priscilla. No jugglers.
But I gotta be in your play, Tennessee. I gotta.
All right. I'll find a part for you somewhere. Next?
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to...
Enough! At last, a real actor with real talent. I'm going to make you the star of my play. You are going to be Priscilla.
Priscilla?
You'll be great. And this year, we're going to win the award for the best play. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
Hear that, Joe boy? If Tennessee win that award for the best play, he'll be a real hero and the #1 guy around here.
Yeah? Well, he's not going to win it. We're going to get jobs in that play and sabotage it. Come on.
Next?
Introducing Jekyll and Hyde. Snappy songs and fancy patter. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the bathtub I'm drowning. Now tell me, Mr. Jekyll, who is that?
Enough! Listen, This is a serious play, and we don't need any comedians.
Well, what do you need?
I need Indians.
We play 'em Indians heap good. How?
Ooh. Well, all right. But remember, I'm the director of this play, and what I say goes.
Sure thing, Mr. Director, sir.
You gone soft or something?
Soft nothing. We're gonna be the wildest Indians Tennessee ever saw.
All right. Remember, Chumley is Captain Miles Standish. I'll play John Alden, and Baldy is the fair Priscilla.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Stick to the script.
Hey, Tennessee, what about me?
Yak, you've got a very important part. You come in and say, alas, winter is upon us. A blizzard is coming. Then you run off stage and turn on the snow and wind machine. But be careful. It's a very powerful machine. All right? Places, everyone. Now, Yak.
Alas, winter is upon us. A blizzard is coming.
Turn it off! Yak, I said be careful.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tennessee. It won't happen again.
All right. Now let's get back to the play. In this scene, we meet the Indians for the first time. Come in, Indians! Stop that! Stop that! Quiet! Quiet! Phew. Look, Jeroboam, the play says that these are friendly Indians.
Whoever heard of friendly Indians? These Indians are fierce.
Stop it! Now get me out of here. The idea. I'm a big director. I wrote the play. I say the Indians were friendly.
As usual, you are full of baloney. I say the Indians were enemies and attacked the Pilgrims.
We're going to settle this once and for all. We're going to see Mr. Whoopi. So you see, Mr. Whoopi, I'd like you to tell Jerboa about the Pilgrims and the Indians.
Of course, my boy, and I'm sure the three-dimensional blackboard can help us out. As you all know, the Pilgrims landed on the west shore of Cape Cod Bay in the early winter of 1620. They had a very hard time that first winter. There was very little food and the weather was very cold and snowy. Out of 102 women and children that landed on Plymouth Rock, 42 were lost that first winter. But in the spring, they got help. An Indian named Samoset walked into the little village and made friends with the Pilgrims. Then he brought in his chief named Massasoit. Governor Carver, who was head of the colony, exchanged gifts with Massasoit, and the two signed a treaty of peace.
See, Jerboa?
The Indians taught the Pilgrims to plant corn, pumpkins, and beans. They showed them how to put small fish in the ground when they planted the seeds. The fish acted as fertilizer, and the crops grew big and strong. The harvest was so good that William Bradford, who had become the new governor, declared a festival to celebrate. The Pilgrims invited their Indian friends to join them, and whoopee! That was the first Thanksgiving Day.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you are the greatest. Now, are you satisfied?
Okay, Tennessee. We'll be friendly Indians.
Good. The play goes on tomorrow night, and we're going to be so good, we'll win the award.
He gone soft. If he wins that award, he'll be the #1 guy around here.
No, I'm not soft. I got a plan. We're gonna turn on the snow machine and put the show under 6 feet of snow.
The next night, all was in readiness for the big performance, The Romance of Plymouth Rock. The theater was full, and the curtain went up.
John Alden, I would ask a favor of you.
Yes, Captain Miles Standish?
I would like to marry yon fair maiden, Priscilla Mullins.
Why do you not ask her?
I am a brave soldier, but I am too bashful to ask her.
Well, what do you...
Now, Tennessee, now.
Not yet. Well, what do you want me to do?
I would like you to ask it for me, John Alden.
Very well, Miles Standish,
Now, Tennessee, now.
Not yet. Very well, Miles Standish. I will ask her. Priscilla, my friend Miles Standish would like to marry you.
Why don't you speak for yourself, John?
Now, Tennessee.
Now.
Alas, winter is upon us. There is a big blizzard coming.
Well, that did it. We're finished, ruined. We'll never win the award now.
Tennessee, you won. Read the telegram.
Let me see that. For the most realistic snowstorm in the history of the theater, the first award goes to Tennessee Tuxedo and his play, The Romance of Plymouth Rock.
Hooray!
Hooray for Tennessee! Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tales.
He needs to know what makes this whole world go. Mr. Answer Man will do all he can to rescue Tennessee. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Though he may fail, as he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. That's Tennessee Tuxedo and his
Stanley Livingston, director of the zoo, had announced the first annual Zoolympics and that there would be tryouts for the Megapolis Zoo team next month.
You come in.
Greetings, Stanley. I've come to tell you that I will coach the Zoo Olympics team. With me as coach, we're sure to win. Jarboa, what are you doing here?
He has kindly offered to coach the Olympic team.
What? Why, he couldn't coach the Tiddlywink team.
Yeah, well, put him up. Come on, put him up.
Come on.
Stop that this instant. Yeah, that's better. Now, the only way to settle this is to have a competition right here in the zoo.
Fair enough. What are the events going to be?
3. The 100-yard dash, the high hurdles, and the single sculls.
Single skulls?
That's rowing, Jeroboa, in boats. A scull is a boat.
I'll get my team together right now. We'll see who's the best coach around here. All right, Baldy. You are doing the 100-yard dash. On your mark, get set.
Too tired. Can't go on.
Meanwhile, in another part of the zoo,
Okay, Flash. On your mark, get set. Boy, nobody's gonna beat him.
All right, Dak. You're doing the high hurdles. On your mark, get set. Get up. Get up.
Can't. Too tired.
Okay, Bronco, on your mark, get set. Sure, winner. The next event is the rowing. That's you, Tiger.
All right, Chumley. I'm counting on you. Stroke. 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 Come on, Chumley. Stroke. Stroke.
I can't, Tennessee. I got no more strength.
Stroke. 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 Hey, Tuxedo, why don't you give up? You boys haven't got a chance.
Not on your life. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. So you see, Mr. Whoopi, my athletes are all pooped out. They can't even finish a race, let alone win. Can you help us?
Well, it sounds to me as though they are running out of fuel.
Fuel?
Here, let me show you. Now, where did I put that three-dimensional blackboard? In the closet, I guess. Yes, here we are. Your body is very much like an automobile engine. Only instead of gasoline, the body uses food for fuel. Food is what makes you go, go, go.
Holy mackerel.
Of course. Food also builds bones and muscles and keeps your body in good repair.
You mean I got muscles made out of oysters?
I'd say you've got muscles made out of mashed potatoes.
Well, your muscles aren't exactly made out of mashed potatoes or oysters. Not directly, that is. Do any of you know what metabolism is? No? Well, that's the process that takes place inside your body which turns food into energy and tissue. Metabolism changes food into 5 basic elements. Minerals makes the bones strong. Protein builds the muscles. Fats and carbohydrates give you energy. And vitamins keep everything running smoothly.
But I eat a lot.
Eating a lot isn't as important as what you eat and when you eat it. For instance, what did you all have for breakfast this morning?
Gee, I was in a hurry. I skipped breakfast.
Me too. I overslept.
A glass of juice.
Well, don't you see? Starting the day without a good breakfast is like starting out on an automobile trip without putting gas in the tank. You just can't get very far. That's why breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day.
Okay, I've got that. Everybody eat a good breakfast.
Well, there's more to it than that. You should eat 3 good meals, get plenty of fresh air, sleep, and exercise. Here's a book with all the facts about nutrition.
But while Tennessee's team was following Mr. Whoopi's advice, Jabot's team was so sure they were going to win that they didn't bother to exercise. They went to parties, parties, parties. And they slept late every morning and skipped breakfast, so that the day before the competition, they were in pretty sad shape. But not Tennessee's team.
Wow, look at those guys go.
Gee.
We can't take any chances. Tonight we're gonna fix things so we're sure to win.
What are you doing now?
I'm changing the white line where Baldy is gonna run. He'll be running around in cycles while Rabbit is going over the finish line.
Now what?
I'm putting these special hurdles in Yak's lane. Press a button and... let's see him jump over those.
But what about the boots?
Yeah, we ought to bore a couple of holes in Chumley's skull.
And saw the oars partway through.
And so when the big day came...
On your mark, get set.
Look at Baldy. He's running around in circles. Rabbit's way ahead. Baldy! Baldy! That way! That way!
But Baldy was in such good condition that he caught Rabbit right at the finish, and...
And we win! We win!
The next event is the high hurdles. On your mark, get set.
Look at Yak's hurdles. They're getting higher and higher.
But once again, conditioning paid off. And Yak caught horse at the finish.
We win! We win again!
And now for the single sculls. On your mark, get set.
Stroke! 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 Good work, Chumley. We're way ahead. Stroke! Stroke! Hey, we're filling up with water. We're slowing down.
Stroke! 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 So long, sucker!
Harder, Chumley! Row harder!
Tennessee, the oars are broken.
Never mind. Just row, row, row. With your hand. Stroke. Stroke.
The winners, Tennessee and Chumley.
We did it, men. We're going to the Olympics.
Well, you know what they say. Tennessee Tuxedo never fails.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. We wish you Merry Christmas the whole season through. We hope wreaths of holly and bright mistletoe will make you feel jolly wherever you go. We hope you'll hear singing a gay Christmas song and sleigh bells are ringing all season long.
Tennessee, Mr. Livingston wants to see you, and Chumley right away.
What about Chumley? Can't you see we're busy caroling?
He wants to see you about the Christmas tree.
Oh, boy, Chumley, Stanley wants to see us about decorating the Christmas tree. Come on. All right, Stanley. Chumley and I are at your service. We've come to decorate the tree. Now, where is...
Not on your life. You are not going to decorate that tree. I've hired professional decorators to come in and do the job. This is important. The mayor is giving a prize for the best tree in the city, and we are going to win it.
Then what do you want us to do?
I have to go meet the mayor and his wife and bring them back. Now, you wait here and show the decorators where the tree is.
Where is it?
It's outside the auditorium, and the ornaments and everything are inside. You show the decorators where to go, and I'll be back this afternoon.
But, Stanley, we can decorate that tree.
No. This is too important. I'm paying to have it done right.
All right, Chumley. Let's get over to the auditorium and start decorating that tree.
But Mr. Livingston said...
I know it, Chumley, but it's Christmas time. A time for joyful giving. We'll trim that tree for Stanley as a Christmas present from us. Well, here's the tree. Let's get it inside. I'll take this end. Come on. All right, let's cut the comedy. We've got a job to do. Come on. In it goes.
It won't fit, Tennessee.
Well, chop those big branches off.
Okay, Tennessee. Pull.
All right, we've got it in here. Now let's stand it up.
Gee, Tennessee, it won't fit.
Well, we'll just have to cut some off. Hand me that saw. There. Now it will fit.
Yeah, but it looks like a dust mop.
I'll cut a little off the handle. There.
It's kind of flat on top and bulgy in the middle. Shouldn't it have kind of a pointy top?
Nothing to it, Chumley. Hand me those clippers. There. Ever see a more beautifully shaped tree?
No, but I've seen bigger ones.
What's going on? This place looks like a lumber camp. That's a Christmas tree?
Gee, Tennessee, that looks awful small. It wouldn't even hold two of Mr. Livingston's ornaments. Oh, he's going to be mad. He's going to be really mad.
All right, so I made a little mistake. But Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. We'll go out into the woods and cut another one. All right, men. There it is, all ready to trim. Yak, you open all the boxes of ornaments. Baldy, you get the lights ready. Chumley, you steady the ladder. I'll start trimming at the top. Okay, Yak, toss me a red one. Ah. Missed. Try again.
Here, Tennessee. I'll hand it to you.
Ah, beautiful. Let me down and admire the effect.
Oh, Tennessee,
Perfect.
Tennessee, look. Oh.
Magnificent.
You've broken half the ornaments.
Well, accidents will happen. Where are the lights? The lights.
Right here, almost ready to be.
Look at this. There's one missing right here. There she is. All finished. What do you think of her?
Looks a little bare to me.
What it needs is this star right on top.
Be careful.
Look out!
Gee, Tennessee, now you've broken all the ornaments.
Mr. Livingston's going to be awful mad.
Especially when he comes here with the mayor and his wife.
Guess it's time to go see Mr. Whoopi. Maybe he can show us how to make ornaments. And so you see, Mr. Whoopi, we're in kind of a tough spot. Say, that's a beautiful tree you've got there.
Thank you, my boy. Made all the decorations myself.
Gee.
Would you show us how? Boy, if we could only get a tree like that.
But you can. You can make all kinds of beautiful decorations just with things you have around the zoo. And besides, it's fun. Look what you can do with the top of a tin can. Besides, throw it away. Take a pair of dull scissors and cut around the edge like this. Bend some sections up, some down, and whoopee! A beautiful shiny ornament. Here's another. Take colored paper, cut it into a circle, then starting at the edge, cut a spiral into the center. Then you can hang it up so.
Gee, that's great.
Here's an idea with popcorn and cranberries. Take a needle and long thread, push it through a piece of popcorn, then through a cranberry, then through popcorn, then another cranberry, and so on until you have a beautiful long chain to drape on the tree. You can cut stars out of colored paper and angels and Santa Claus. Make little paper baskets out of paper and fill them with candy and hang them on the tree. And cookies, cookies of all shapes and sizes, all sparkly with sugar and lollipops and shiny paper. Make great ornaments, and then you can eat them. Why, there's no end to the decorations you can make with a little imagination. And whoopee, you'll have that tree trimmed in no time.
Phineas J. Whoopi, thanks a million. Let's go. We've got to get that tree trimmed before Stanley gets back.
And I know you'll be delighted with our tree. I had special decorators come over to trim it. You Tennessee Tuxedo, what have you done?
Greetings, Stanley, and Merry Christmas.
But my ornaments, my beautiful ornaments, and... It is a pretty tree, isn't it?
I think it's the prettiest tree I've ever seen. Oh, those wonderful homemade ornaments.
Looks like the zoo gets the prize.
Merry Christmas, Tennessee. Merry Christmas, Chumley, Yak, and Baldy.
Let's all wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. We wish you Merry Christmas the whole season through. We hope wreaths of holly and bright mistletoe will make you feel jolly wherever you go. We hope you'll hear singing of gay Christmas song and sleigh bells are ringing all season long. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. We wish you Merry Christmas the whole season through. We hope you'll hear singing of gay Christmas song and sleigh bells are ringing all season long. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Christmas the whole season through. Merry Christmas to
you. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Tuxedo and his
Gee, Tennessee, it sure was fun trick-or-treating.
It sure was.
Only 2 pieces? What happened to the rest, Tennessee?
I guess I ate them, Chumley.
Gee, Tennessee, after eating all that, you might get a stomachache and have a bad dream about witches and goblins and...
Nonsense, Chumley. There are no such things as witches and goblins. I'll just have a nice nap and... We've been walking for hours, Chumley, but we can't seem to find our way out of this forest.
Yeah, and that sign back there said, "Beware of wicked witch."
Beware of wicked witch?
Beware of wicked witch! Beware of wicked witch!
Come on, Chumley.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Not you, old witch. You are the ugliest one of all.
You always say that. I'm sick of it. Now tell me, how can I get to be beautiful?
From the maple trees in Whoopee Woods, you must have 2 buckets of maple syrup. Pour these over you and you will be beautiful.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll send my goblins.
No, witch, not your goblins. The trees will let only innocent ones take their maple syrup.
Innocent ones? That's impossible. How can I find anyone innocent here in the haunted forest?
Maybe there's somebody in this old castle who can tell us how to get out of these woods, Chumley.
Well, my innocent ones, come in, come in.
Can you tell us how to get out of these woods?
Of course. Come with me to the tower room and I'll point the way. Well, now, Mirror, can these 2 get the maple syrup? Are they innocent enough?
They are indeed, oh wicked witch. Send them for 2 buckets of maple syrup, and it will make you beautiful.
We'd like to help you out, Miss Witch, but we're in kind of a hurry.
Silence! You shall go and bring me the buckets of maple syrup, or I shall turn you into lumps of clay and leave you in the forest forever.
Sure, anything you say. Come on, Chumley.
Yeah, but gee, Tennessee, we don't know anything about getting maple syrup.
Well, we'd better find out or we'll end up 2 lumps of clay. Look at that. That sign says, "Up these steps to the Wizard of Whoopee Woods." A wizard ought to be able to help us.
Yeah, I never saw a wizard, Tennessee. I wonder what he looks like.
Well, boys, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, there's this wicked witch, and she says we have to get 2 buckets of maple syrup or she will turn us into 2 lumps of clay.
Syrup? Well, it seems you have a rather sticky problem. Get it? Yes. Well, let's take a look at my fantastic, flashy, flexible, 3-dimensional blackboard. Maple syrup is made from the sap of maple trees which grow in parts of Canada, the New England states, and the Great Lakes states.
Will any maple tree do?
No, not anyone. There are a number of maple species that will do. But the best is the sugar maple.
Get that down, Chumley. The sugar maple.
That's right. People have known about the sugar maple a long time. Why, when the first Pilgrim settlers came to America, the Indians were already making maple syrup.
Gee, how did they do it?
The Indian got sap by cutting into the tree with his tomahawk. Then he inserted a stick to direct the flow of sap into a bowl on the ground.
And that's all there is to it?
Oh, no, my boy. That is only the sap. And it takes from 30 to 50 gallons of sap to produce just 1 gallon of syrup.
But how do you turn the sap into syrup?
Well, the Indian used to drop hot rocks into the sap. This would evaporate the water and leave the syrup. Of course, today the process has changed. Now holes are bored in the trees, and plastic tubing is inserted to collect the sap and carry it to a centrally located tank.
Zowie!
Yes, and then modern methods are used to evaporate the water from the sap and add special coloring and flavoring.
But we don't have that kind of equipment.
What will we do about the Wicked Witch?
Well, boys, it just so happens that I have 2 buckets of delicious maple syrup I made from my trees last season. You're welcome to them.
Wizard, you're the greatest. Well, Miss Witch, here we are. And here's your 2 buckets of maple syrup.
Yeah, and it tastes good, too.
I don't want it to eat, my innocent ones. I want you to throw it on me.
You're kidding.
I kid you not. Throw the syrup on me.
Well, you asked for it.
Yeah, bottoms up.
Now, look at me. Look at me closely. How do I look to you, my innocent ones?
I'd say sticky.
Gooey.
I'm beautiful. The syrup has made me beautiful. I'm not. I'm as ugly as ever. Mira, what went wrong? The syrup has been poured over me. Why am I not beautiful?
The syrup has made you sweet on the outside, but you are still as mean as ever on the inside. So you shall be ugly forever.
That takes care of you, Mira. And now you two. Laugh at me, will you? Well, just wait until I get my hands on you.
No.
After them goblins, they will never leave the haunted forest. The goblins will get you.
Don't. Please let us go, Witch. Please, stop.
Wake up, Tennessee.
What happened? Where's the Wicked Witch?
You were dreaming, Tennessee. I told you eating all those goodies would give you a stomachache and make you have bad dreams.
Oh, boy, what a dream. I'll never eat that much again.
What's the matter with Tennessee? Didn't he ever see a witch's costume before?
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. C, Tennessee Tuxedo, Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see, Tennessee Tuxedo, C, Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
Look at that! Everybody out there on skates having a fine time except us.
Maybe if we put all of our money together, we could buy ice skates.
Oh, great. Exactly 7 cents and 1 washer.
And you can't buy ice skates for 7 cents.
Wow, I bet I'd be a great skater if I had skates. It runs in my family. My cousin is Soanya Button, the famous skater.
Very interesting, Yak. Your cousin is Soanya Button. Why, that's great. It's going to get us the money we need for ice skates. Come on, Yak. You're going to make a phone call to your cousin, Soanya. This show is going to get us those ice skates. Just look at that sign. Big ice show starring Soanya Button. $1 admission. And look, there she is.
Oh, Yak, how are you, my darling cousin? Now, where is the skating rink? I always like to practice a few hours before going on.
It's not exactly a rink, Miss Button. It's more like a lake down there.
Well, I hope it's a safe lake, darlings, because if it's not, I'll smash you over the head with this booth and bruise your head and get splinters in your ears, and that would be such a shame. Bye-bye.
Now, there goes a real sweet kid. Miss Button's in trouble. Come on. She broke through the ice, and we're liable to do the same. Here, Baldy, toss her this life preserver.
Grab it, Miss Button. We'll pull you out.
Well, hurry. I'm freezing in here.
Heave! Heave! Phew. Don't worry about a thing, Miss Button. We'll take good care of you.
I won't skate on the lake, and I mean that. It's dangerous. I want a skating rink built, and I want it built for tonight, or you won't have any show.
There goes a real sweet kid.
Oh, what are we going to do, Tennessee? Soanya says she won't skate without a rink. And how are we going to get a rink?
Guess it's time to go see Mr. Whoopi.
So, you want to build an ice skating rink? Well, I wouldn't want to be the one to throw cold water on your plan. That's a hot one, get it? Well, let's take a look at the 3-dimensional blackboard. Of course, boys, the whole secret of turning water into ice is the temperature. If the weather temperature stays below 32 degrees for a long time, then any handy pond or lake can freeze and make a perfect skating rink.
But we tried that on our lake, Mr. Whoopi, and Soanya Button fell through the ice.
Ah, yes, ponds and lakes can be dangerous. You see, water is a very peculiar liquid. All other liquids, except water, freeze from the bottom up, but water freezes from the top down. That's why a pond or lake that has ice on it may look strong, but may be dangerous. Children should never go on the ice of a pond or lake until some grown person has checked it to see if the ice is safe.
Oh, we won't go on that lake at all, Mr. Whoopi.
And that's why we have to have a skating rink for Soanya Button.
Well, we know that in building a rink, the problem is to get the water temperature below 32 degrees and keep it there so that the water will freeze.
How do we do that?
Well, into a shallow enclosure, you lay pipes and cover them with a thin layer of water like this. And through the pipes, you pump brine.
Brine? What's that?
It's nothing more than a mixture of salt and water. But before it is pumped through the pipes, it must run through a refrigerator plant to lower the temperature of the brine far below 32 degrees.
And then the brine going through the pipes is so cold, it causes the water over the pipes to freeze.
Whoopee! You have an ice skating rink.
Thanks a million, Mr. Whoopi.
But gee, Tennessee, how can we buy all that equipment?
On credit, Chumley. We can pay for it tonight after we've sold our tickets. All right, men, let's get to it. Chumley, you dig a shallow hole and pour in the cement. Yak, you start hooking these pipes together. Baldy, you mix up the salt and water, and I'll take care of the rest. Chumley! Chumley! Chumley!
Gee, Tennessee, I didn't see you.
I asked you to dig a shallow hole, not a well.
Yeah. I guess I got carried away.
Help! Oh, I can't get out. Help!
Well, that is ridiculous. Now we've got to tear all these pipes apart to get you out. Chumley, come over here and help me.
Hey, Tennessee, do you think this is salty enough? I put a whole box of salt and...
Well, man, that's it. Baldy, turn the pump on and start the brine through the pipes. Turn it off! Turn it off! You see what you caused, Yak? You messed around with the pipes so much they all leak. Get some corks. We've got to plug all those holes with corks.
Well, is the rink ready? I want to begin immediately.
Miss Button, Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Right this way.
Oh, that's a very nice rink. I certainly hope it's safe.
The cork's popped. Quick, get her out of there.
I'll be back in an hour. You had better have a new rink, and it had better be perfect, or you won't have any show.
There goes a real sweet kid.
What'll we do, huh, Tennessee?
We'll start running. We've got to get to Mr. Whoopi's and fast.
So, you need a new rink. Well, why don't you let nature do your freezing work for you? It's certainly cold enough outside. All you need is a very large sheet of plastic. You spread it level on the ground, like so, and then begin spraying a fine mist of water all over it. Because the air is cold enough, the spray of water freezes, and you just keep spraying it until you build up a good layer of ice, and whoopee! You have a perfect skating rink.
Oh, boy, Mr. Whoopi, you're the greatest.
And so it was that night. The show went on as scheduled. Everyone was there, and Sowania Button was a big hit.
Well, men, what did I tell you? Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. $200. That's plenty to buy each of us a pair of ice skates.
Okay, Jack, $115 for all that skating rink material.
Okay, buddy. Hand over $25 for that sheet of plastic you bought.
Thank you, darling. $50. It's been perfect. Thanks so much.
There goes a real sweet kid.
Oh, yeah. And there goes our money, too. We only got $10 left out of all that.
About enough for one second-hand pair of ice skates.
You're right, Baldy. Just one pair of ice skates.
And so it was that the next day...
My eyes! Get your hands off my eyes, Chumley!
Gee, I'm falling.
Get your foot out of my mouth.
You know, Tennessee, this whole skating business sure has put a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. C, Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Tuxedo and his tail.
In the Megapolis Zoo, preparations were underway for the big Washington's birthday celebration. The mayor was going to make a speech, and Stanley was decorating the zoo.
You're right, over there. Nail up that bunting.
Say, Stanley, I've got a great idea. Why don't you...
Yeah, Tennessee, I'm very busy putting up these decorations.
That's right, Stanley, and we're going to help. Now, here's my suggestion.
No. I don't need your suggestions. Now, don't bother me. Yo, hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Livingston. I just stopped over to see how things were going. It certainly does look nice. However, I'd like to see something up on top of that tower. Some great symbol of freedom and liberty. I'll make it the high point of my speech.
Certainly, Mr. Mayor, certainly.
Gee, Stanley, what are you going to do?
Nothing to it, Tennessee. The mayor doesn't know it, but down in the basement there's a full-size model of the Liberty Bell. It's just perfect for the top of the tower. Now, you boys run and tell Flunky to get some men and put that bell on top of the tower. Yeah, I have to go into town.
Let's go look for Flunky.
Don't be ridiculous, Chumley. Stanley hasn't let us do a thing about the decorations, so we're going to do this bell bit ourselves.
Oh, boy. This bell sure is heavy. It sure is, Tennessee. Real heavy. This bell is heavy.
Stop talking and heave.
Here we go.
Well, here we are at last. Phew.
Gee, Tennessee, how are we going to get the bell up to the top?
Very easily, Chumley. We're going to bounce it up. Baldy, you and Yak climb up to the top of the tower and catch the bell when we bounce it up. Ready?
Ready.
Alley-up! Ready?
Ready.
Fire! Get me out of here! This time we're going to do it right. This scaffolding will get us to the top. Ready?
Gee, Tennessee, we're swaying awful bad.
Never mind, Chumley. We're almost there.
Hand it here. Hand it here.
Come on, Tennessee. Come on. You just about had it. Okay, Tennessee. Stop swaying. Stop swaying. Oh.
Gee, Tennessee, what we need is an elevator.
Yeah, that's a good idea. An elevator. Oh, that's a good idea.
Sure, but how do you build an elevator?
We'll go see Mr. Whoopi and find out.
An elevator, eh? Well, I think the three-dimensional blackboard can give us all the ups and downs on that. Get it? Ups and downs. I always... Well, now, where did I put the three-dimensional blackboard? Must be in the closet. Yes. Here it is. Now, the elevator is one of the most important machines we have because without it, we would have no tall buildings.
Yeah, who could walk up to the top of the Empire State Building?
Precisely, my boy. You know, people have always tried to build machines that would lift them up, but it wasn't until the middle of the 1800s when people started to build tall buildings that elevators were worked on in earnest. Basically, all elevators consist of three main parts: a cab to carry people, a pulley at the top of the building, and a counterweight.
What's the counterweight for?
Well, it weighs just about as much as the cab, so it balances it and makes the cab easy to lift. When the cab goes up, the counterweight goes down and vice versa.
But what makes it go up and down?
Well, in the early days, they used steam engines. But they were too slow. Then they tried a steel plunger below the car. It worked on water pressure and pushed the car up.
That's a good idea.
Yes, but it wasn't too practical because the plunger needed a hole in the ground as deep as the building was high.
What power do they use today?
Today, elevators are run by electric motors which are controlled by the operator in the cab. Of course, many elevators are now automatic. Just push a button and you go to the floor you want.
But what if the rope breaks?
All elevators are equipped with an automatic safety device which was invented by Elijah Otis way back in 1853. It automatically stops the car if a rope should break. No one has to be afraid of riding an elevator.
But, Mr. Whoopi, steam engines, plungers, electric motors, we haven't got any of those things.
Just remember that an elevator is three things: cab, pulley, counterweight. You can supply the power by pulling on the rope.
Got it. Thanks a million, Mr. Whoopi. Come on, Chumley. There we are. The elevator is all rigged and ready to go.
Yeah, but we still need the counterweight.
We've got it, Chumley. Up you go. Now, when Chumley grabs onto the rope, I'll pull down. The bell will go up, and you two slide it off onto the roof. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
All set, Tennessee?
Okay, Chumley. Hold on to the rope, and I'll pull. This is easy. It works just like Mr. Whoopi said it would.
Gee, Tennessee, that was fun. Tennessee?
But finally, our heroes had the elevator working, and the bell on top of the tower.
Perfect. Now let's see if it rings.
I wouldn't do that, Tennessee. That bell has taken a beating. Anything more might break it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Gee, now what are we going to do, huh, Tennessee? Mr. Livingston is going to be awful mad. What'll we do, huh?
I'll think of something. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
My, it does look nice, but what have you got up on top of the tower?
Your surprise, Mr. Mayor. A big surprise.
Oh, boy. Mr. Livingston's gonna unveil that broken bell any minute.
Yeah, and when he sees what a mess it is, crick.
Yeah. Where's Baldy?
Oh, I guess he started running already.
Oh, here it comes. He's getting ready to unveil it.
Yeah, now, on George Washington's birthday, it gives me great pleasure to unveil that great symbol of freedom and liberty, the
Bald eagle, our national bird, a true symbol of freedom. Livingston, you're a genius.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on. one and see, Tennessee Tuxedo. See, Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, though he may fail. As he buys for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
This is terrible. Tiger, these quarters are too small to live in.
That's right, all right. Too bad we don't have a nice place to live in like Tennessee Tuxedo and his pal Chumley.
Maybe you've got an idea, Tiger. Maybe we can get Tennessee and Chumley to give us their quarters.
But how you gonna do that, Jerboa?
Listen.
Uh-oh. What kind of trouble are you selling today, Jerboa?
Trouble? I just wanted to drop by and see if it was true what everybody was saying about your quarters.
What is it they're saying? What's that noise?
Well, if you must know, this place has got termite. The whole floor is starting to give way. Don't run for it, you guys.
How'd I do, Jerboa? I really drilled those holes, didn't I? The whole floor gave way when I got through.
You nincompoop, they haven't left yet.
And we aren't leaving, but you are. Get him, Chumley.
You think Jerboa and Tiger will try again to get our quarters, Tennessee?
Halt in the name of space. Greetings, Earth things. I am a man from another planet. Take me to your leader.
Gee.
I said, take me to your leader.
Uh-huh. I'm the leader here in the zoo. Are you really from another planet?
Of course I am. Watch my mighty power. I'll just point my fist at you, speak my magic word, and you fall to the ground. I say, Socko.
Gee, Tennessee, he did it.
Now, you all do as I say, or I'll use my disintegrating gun and make y'all disappear.
No, we'll do what you say. You can count on us.
I'm real tired out. It took me 2 hours to get here from my planet. Take me to some nice quarters.
Sure, Mr. Spaceman, sure.
Gee, Tennessee, you gonna let him use our quarters?
Don't be ridiculous, Chumley. A spaceman should live in space, the great outdoors. Here you are, Mr. Spaceman. A nice, smooth piece of grass in the wide open spaces.
I said I want some rest. I want nice big quarters with a nice big bed.
Hi, Tennessee, what's going on? Jumping Jiminy, what's that?
Watch out what you say, Jerboa. This is a man from another planet, and he could just point his fist at you and say, Socko, and boom, you get down like a sack of potatoes.
I've told these two that I need large, comfortable quarters. Now I'm telling you.
Sure. What about right here?
Now, wait a minute, Jerboa. Those are our quarters.
Quiet. I like these quarters. You can be my assistant while I stay here in the zoo. You two go out and wait for my next command.
Gee, Tennessee, we don't have any place to live.
We can't argue with a man from another planet.
Hey, you guys. The spaceman says to go out and get a couple of quarts of ice cream, a couple of bottles of soda pop, a couple of things.
And so it began. During the days, they were forced to do one job after another for the spaceman and his assistant Jerboa Jump. And at night, the only place they had to sleep was a tall tree.
That does it. Chumley, wake up.
Yes, Mr. Spaceman. Whatever you say,
No!
Gee, Tennessee, what happened?
Never mind. We're sneaking out of here to see Mr. Whoopi. Maybe he can help us.
Well, boys, so you want to know something about the other planets around our sun, eh? Well, that's a very bright subject. Well, let's take a look at our three-dimensional blackboard. This is our sun, and this is the Earth we live on. Now, there are 8 other known planets revolving around our sun.
8 other planets. Get that down, Chumley.
2 of those planets are closer to the sun than Earth, and 6 of the planets are farther from the sun than Earth.
Are they all the same size, Mr. Whoopi?
Oh, no! Some are much bigger than our Earth, like Jupiter and Saturn, and some are smaller than Earth, like Mercury and Pluto. All of them revolve around the sun, but some move slower than others, and some have bigger paths or orbits. The length of time it takes a planet to go around the sun is what we call a year.
I get it. It takes the Earth 365 days to go around the sun.
That's right. But it takes Pluto 248 of our years to go around the sun, while it takes Mercury only 88 days. And the other planets require varying amounts.
Very interesting, Mr. Whoopi. But what we'd really like to know is which one of these planets is most likely to have people on it.
Oh, well, let's see now. Mercury always keeps its same side toward the sun as it travels around, so one side is too hot for our kind of life, and the other side is too cold.
What about Venus?
Well, Venus is always covered with clouds, so no one is sure whether Venus always keeps the same side toward the sun or not. Still, scientists feel sure that there is no life like ours on Venus.
What about Mars?
I'm afraid not, my boy. There's not enough oxygen or water for our kind of life on Mars.
Jupiter?
No again. The atmosphere on this giant planet would suffocate us. Besides, Jupiter and all those planets beyond are much too cold to support life as we know it.
But that means there's no one on any of these planets. And we've got a man from another planet in the zoo.
Yeah, it took him 2 hours to get here.
2 hours? Oh, yes. Well, there's no planet in the universe from which anyone could travel to Earth in 2 hours. Your spaceman is a fake.
A fake?
A fake?
Hey, there you all are. I thought I told you not to go running off. Now I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Is that so, spaceman? Are you going to give us your Sacco treatment again?
That's right, all right. Watch this. I say Sacco.
And we do this.
No!
Now, Chumley, let's take a look at our spaceman.
Gee, Tennessee, it was Tiger Tornado all the time.
Just another plot to take over our quarters. Now, you two are going to pay for what you did. All right, men, just set us down right here. Now, Tiger, you hop over to the stand and get us a couple of ice creams. Jerboa, you rush back to my quarters and clean the place up.
Okay, Tennessee, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, gee, Tennessee, it sure is lucky we went to Mr. Whoopi and learned about the planets.
Of course. Education, Chumley, is what keeps people from getting tripped up.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tails.
Each new story tale, that's Tennessee Tuxedo and his
It's from my cousin Percy. And he says he's coming to visit us just 4 weeks from now.
Gee, Tennessee, we got an extra bed. Don't you like your cousin?
It isn't that. I'd be ashamed to have my cousin in a place like this. And we haven't got any money to fix it up.
Don't worry, Tennessee. Maybe we'll find some money.
Oh, sure. Maybe some money will just come up and knock at our door.
Howdy, partners. Big Bill Bailey's the name. I hear tell you boys have a spare bed.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm moving to this side of the zoo for a little vacation. How's about renting me that bed for 4 weeks?
Gee, Tennessee, this is how we can make money to fix the place up.
How much rent would you be willing to pay?
$4, and you got yourself a deal. And here's a little contract I've already drawn up. Just sign right here. Fine. Here's your copy of the contract, and now I'll just go bring in my luggage.
Gee, Tennessee, we really are lucky.
Right this way, boys.
Hold it! Hold on there! You can't move all that luggage in here! Yo!
Sure I can, partner. Just read the first paragraph of that contract you signed.
Now, wait a minute. That's my bed. This is yours.
Sorry, partner. You better read the second paragraph of that contract. It says I get my pick of the beds.
Oh, boy, Tennessee. I think you should have read that contract before you signed it.
Well, it's only for 4 weeks. Time to get up, Chumley. I'll just brush my teeth and wash up.
Sorry, partner. Anyhow, I think you and your partner had better start cooking my breakfast.
Your breakfast?
Paragraph 4 of the contract says you cook for me.
Here, Tennessee, you can start the eggs. You're a good egg cook, and
That's it, partners, nice and neat. The contract says you have to keep the place that way. Just 4 more pair, partners. The contract says you have to keep all my shoes shined. Come on, set up the table and break out the cards. We'll have a real party.
Oh, no. There's not enough room in here for all of us.
That's right, partners. According to the contract, whenever I have a party, you have to get out.
We're not going to stand it anymore, Chumley. We're going to see Mr. Whoopi about that contract. And Big Bill Bailey says he'll get the law on us if we don't do what the contract says. Can he really do that, Mr. Whoopi?
If the contract is good, my boy, he certainly can. That's really what the word contract means. A promise which can be enforced by law.
Gee, who needs laws anyway?
Oh, we all need laws, my boy. Laws are simply rules, and even a game must have rules. Just imagine a baseball game without any rules. Chaos. Without rules, there would be so many arguments the game would never end. And it's the same with life. There would be no end of trouble without laws.
Sure, Mr. Whoopi. But who decides what the laws should be?
Well, in ancient times, the rulers made the laws. And often these laws are very unfair to the people.
Zowie!
But today, in the United States, we have a voice in what our laws will become because we vote to elect the men who make our laws.
Well, I don't remember voting for anybody who wanted to make laws about contracts.
Of course not, Tennessee. The laws about contracts are very, very old. You see, there are 2 basic kinds of contracts. The first is an oral contract. Now, when you're offered to rent your spare bed at a certain price, and when Big Bill Bailey accepted your offer, that was already a contract. An oral or speaking contract.
But then he handed me this paper to sign.
Exactly, my boy. And that's the second kind of contract. a written contract. And by signing this, you have bound yourself to abide by what it says. You should always be careful to read anything before signing it. I'm afraid your only chance is for Big Bill Bailey himself to want to get out of the contract.
That's it, Mr. Whoopi. We'll go back to our room and do some terrible things that will make Big Bill want to break the contract. Come on, Chumley.
Wait! You mustn't do that. 2 wrongs never make a right.
Gee, Tennessee, Mr. Whoopi said 2 wrongs don't make a right. If we do bad things to Big Bill, maybe something bad will happen to us.
Nonsense. What could happen? Mr. Whoopi says the only way we can get out of this contract is if Big Bill wants to get out of it. So we're going to make him want to get out of it.
Ah, partners, you're back just in time. Place needs a good cleaning.
You're right, Big Bill. Come on, Chumley. Let's clean the place up.
Hey, look out!
Gee, Big Bill, I thought you were the trash basket.
Oh, sorry, Bill. I thought you were the sink.
You've soaked my shirt. Now you wring it out and iron it dry. And you get this spot out of my tie.
Sure, Big Bill. 'Cause Chumley's not a very good ironer.
Look out there! It's burning!
Gee, Big Bill, I guess I put a hole in it.
There you are, Big Bill. There's no spot on your tie now. 'Cause it's a little short.
You dumb ox. First my shirt and now my tie. A little more of this kind of stuff and I'll spend my vacation somewhere else. Now cook my dinner.
One dinner coming up.
Gee, Tennessee, what are we going to cook?
What about spaghetti and meatballs? Here are some nice shoestrings for spaghetti. And we'll just cut up this bar of soap and paint it black for meatballs.
That's great, Tennessee. It really does look like spaghetti and meatballs.
Here you are, Big Bill.
Yeah, spaghetti and meatballs, my favorite. Wow! You numbskulls! You're trying to murder me! I'm getting out of here!
Just 1 minute, Big Bill. That'll be $4 for 1 week's rent. Don't forget the contract.
There! I never want to see this place again!
Well, Chumley, at least we got $4, and it's enough to buy some paint to sparkle this place up a bit for my cousin Percy. Come on. Percy, I'd recognize you anywhere. You haven't changed a bit since we were kids.
Howdy, partners. Great to see you. I'll just take this bed. Now, you can unpack my luggage now. There are a few things I want you to wash out and iron, so hop to it. I'm a little hungry, too, so you can start dinner while I take a little nap.
Gee, I guess Mr. Whoopi was right.
I know.
2 wrongs don't make a right.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail. Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. He will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to men. That's Tennessee Tuxedo, a small penguin who tries but can't succeed, although he may fail. As he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
Well, Chumley, at last we're going to be a success. I have just bought this magnificent barbershop. Here we are. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, but Tennessee, where were the barbers?
Where are the Chumley, we are the barbers. You and I.
But gee, Tennessee, we don't know anything about being barbers.
What's to know, Chumley? A snip-snip here, a little snip-snip there. Nothing to it. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
But,
No buts, Chumley. Ah, here is our first customer.
Shave and a haircut.
Very good, sir. Right this way. This is my assistant, Mr. Chumley. All right, Mr. Chumley. If you will wrap the sheet around this gentleman. Mr. Chumley.
Sorry, Tennessee. Sorry, sir.
All right, now we'll shave you. Just lean back. Whoops.
Too far back, Tennessee.
You clumsy!
Sorry, sir, sorry. Now for the shave. Lather, Mr. Chumley. Not on me, you dim-witted walrus. On him. Not so much, not so much!
Oh, give me that! Now let me out of this madhouse!
Now calm down, sir. Mistakes will happen. Yes. Here we go. There we are. Hot towel, Mr. Chumley.
Hot towel coming up. Ooh, that is hot. Ooh.
Ouch! Ooh, gee! Now, easy does it. There we are. Now, how does that look? Whoops!
My mustache! You cut half of it off! I'm lopsided!
That's easy to fix.
No!
Clippers, Mr. Chumley.
Gee, Tennessee, I think you need a little more off this side.
You're right.
Nope, too much.
I'll even it on this side. Whoops!
Enough! I'm getting out of here before you cut off my head, you butcher!
Gee, Tennessee, I think we'd better talk to Mr. Whoopi before we get any more customers.
You're right, Chumley. I'll call him this minute.
Phineas J. Whoopi here. Oh, hello, Tennessee. Barbers? Hair cutting? But my boy, hair cutting takes skill and experience. You have to go to school. Not that kind of school, barber school.
All right, Mr. Whoopi, that's a good idea. Thanks very much. Come on, Chumley, we're going to close up shop and go to barber school.
Just a minute.
Sorry, sir, we're closing.
Quiet, yous. I got a little job to do, see? And I want to come back here this afternoon and have you two jerks make me into a new man. I want to look different so even my best friends won't know me.
But we're barbers, not...
Listen, it says on the sign outside, let us make a new man out of you. So that's what you're gonna do. And if you don't, I'll play you two goose a tune on my violin.
Gee, Tennessee, maybe we'd better go see Mr. Whoopi now.
I see. You boys want to learn how to change a person's looks.
Yeah, you know, like they do on TV and in the movies.
Oh, you want to learn about theatrical makeup, eh?
Yeah, like how to make a young man look old, maybe?
Well, tell him about his taxes. Well, I think I can show you something about that. I just happen to have a makeup kit around here at... Oh, where did I put it? In the closet, maybe? Yes, here it is. Now, let's suppose we use this statue of a young man for our demonstration. First, I think we ought to change his nose. For that, we'll use something called nose putty. It sticks to the face and can be molded into any shape we want. There! How does that look?
Funny.
Chumley.
It does look funny now, but it won't when we're finished. Next, we'll put on a dark brown foundation cream. This will act as a base for bringing out wrinkles later on. Now we'll dust on plain powder to help the first coat dry, and now we'll apply a lighter-colored liquid makeup all over the face. We want him to look older, So we'll brush highlights on to accent the cheekbones, and then put heavy shadows under the cheekbones, around the eyes and nose. We'll add the wrinkles with a dark pencil and...
Hey, he's beginning to look like Abraham Lincoln.
Ha-ha! Very clever. But what's missing?
The hair and the beard.
Precisely. So we'll paint along the jaw with some spirit gum. This is sticky stuff that will hold the hair in place, but will come off easily when it has to be removed. We'll just take pieces of artificial hair, glue it in place, trim it up, put on the wig, comb it properly, and whoopee! The young statue is now Old Abe. Old Abe?
Gee, he looks so real. I think I'll ask him for his autograph.
Chumley!
A little respect, boys. Say, why don't you boys take my makeup kit home and try it out?
Oh, boy. Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Thanks a million. We'd better get back to the shop fast. That guy is due back from his job any minute.
You'll never get me, coppers. Get me to that barber shop quick.
The barber shop, boss.
Yeah, those two goofs are gonna change my looks so the cops will never know me. Hurry up.
Here he comes now.
Okay, yous guys, get to work. Make me look different.
We're all set, sir. Crank him up a little, Chumley.
Get me down from here, you bird brain.
All right, Chumley. Start handing me the makeup.
Hey, what are yous guys making me look like, huh? A handsome movie star, huh?
You'll see, you'll see. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. There we are. How's that?
What? Cops. All right, my name's Rocky Maninoff, see? And I'm a big bank robber. One false move and you guys get it first, see?
Sure. Sure, Mr. Maninoff. Sure.
Tennessee and Chumley. Say, have you seen a bank robber come in here? He came this way.
Gee, Sergeant, there's nobody here but this gentleman. Our first customer.
Oh, I see. You look familiar, fella. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course. You're Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln! It's him! Maninoff! All right, no more funny business. Get your hands up and come along.
Well, Chumley, it looks as though we're a complete bust in the barber business.
Yeah, we've been clipped again.
Come on and see Tennessee Tuxedo. See Tennessee Tuxedo. Tennessee Tuxedo and his tail.
Tennessee Tuxedo. No need may fail. As he vies for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale. The Tennessee Tuxedo and his
On a hot summer's day, the woods were the favorite spot for all the citizens of the Megapolis Zoo.
Gee, Tennessee. This sure is a great way to beat the heat.
Right, Chumley. Don't know what we'd do without the shade of these fine trees.
Company! Hold! 1, 2, charge!
Do you hear something, Tennessee? What happened?
Chumley, how many times have I told you to stop eating between meals? You don't see my hammock falling, do you?
Tennessee! Where are you hiding, Tennessee?
Get me out of here!
What you doing in there, Tennessee?
Let go of that branch and get me out of here!
Okay, Tennessee.
Get me out of here!
What's happening, Baldy? Why's the house moving, huh? What's going on, huh? What's making it sway like this?
I'll have you out in a second, Tennessee.
Did you see that, Tennessee? Did you see our treehouse fall down, did you, huh? Did you see it, Tennessee?
I don't think he did, Yak. Things seem to have been piling up on Tennessee.
Get me out of here! All right, men. What's going on?
It's bugs, Tennessee. A whole army of bugs cutting down all our trees.
So that's it, eh? All right, men. This is war. We've got to stop those bugs.
But how, Tennessee?
I'll tell you how. We're going to build a bug bomb. Yak, you get a fuse. Chumley, you get that blasting powder from the rock pile. Baldy, you get a big can.